Welcome back to Just Scribble for a setup video of my new half-year B6 Stalogy. This is going to be my planner starting in July. I use the full year B6 Stalogy from January through June, and so I expect this half year will take me through July, August, and September, but I'm not stuck on that time frame because if I run out of pages, I will just start in a new book, and if I have extra pages in here, I will continue through the next month until this is filled, and then I will switch to a new book. But I wanted to do a setup video with you first on how I set up my Stalogy, just the basic overall setup and structure, and then in future videos we will do weekly layouts that I do for each week of the month through the months that this book covers. And then I do add some pages in the back. I will show you, I already kind of have them, some of them labeled with post-it notes because that helps me when I am planning my book. But I will have a pen test page, I will have pages for books, movies, restaurants, shops, a section with gift ideas for my friends and family, and a wish list for myself or gifts that I may want from others for like Christmas time when people ask for a list. So if I think of something that I might want someone else to give me that I don't plan on purchasing myself, I will add it there. But I will be setting up these particular pages in the back that work from back forward off camera, and then at a later date I will come back and show you those set up. But for right now we are going to set up my Stalogy from the front to the back with my overall planner setup. The back is kind of more, I guess, a collections section. So I do have a bunch of printables and things that I have already gotten together to do this plan with me. And the first thing we are going to do is actually put my name on it and the year. So I made this name vinyl on my Cricut, and I made it when I was creating some labels for my mail station, which is another video I have coming soon on my channel. And I had extra space on my vinyl, so I went ahead and created this at the same time. I do that a lot. I will just create something extra with my name or some other information on it just to make sure that I maximize my vinyl, so I don't like to waste any of it. But I'm going to put my name down at the bottom and hopefully get it straight. It's going to be a very tight fit because I made it be like the exact width of the Stalogy. So I'm going to kind of scratch that and then peel off the transfer sticker. So there we have my name in foil at the bottom. And then this 2020 sticker I actually got from Little Ida's notebook. It was a freebie in an order that I made. And I do make these myself. I did actually make them for both of my recent giveaway winners, my Instagram and my YouTube giveaway winners, so that they could put them on their planners. But I decided that this time I would just use the one that was given to me, and I'm probably going to stick it this way and then kind of closer down to my name, so I have a spot to put a volume number. This will be volume number 2. And then in this area I'm going to be putting a sticker. I ordered some stickers from Redbubble, and so as soon as they come I will look at them and decide what sticker or stickers I want to put there. But for right now, we're just going to put my name and the year. That's how I have my current Stalogy, and I really like it like that. So I'm going to pull the backing paper off real quick, and I'm going to line it up with the edge. And once again scrunch it. Generally you should clean the surface that you put your vinyls on with rubbing alcohol, but I never really do that with notebooks because if these were to peel off, I'll just replace them. It's not like putting them on my car or putting them on a Yeti cup or something like that, so I don't bother. So that will be the cover of my half-year Stalogy. And like I said, I'll put a volume number here, probably in like a black vinyl or something like that. And then I will put some sort of sticker here once I get my stickers. So when I plan out my Stalogy, I always put Post-it notes on pages to make sure I don't forget the order that I wanted something. It just helps me when I'm doing my setup, regardless of whether I'm doing it on camera or not. I find it helpful. And so the front and back, I'm actually putting these lemon slice or grapefruit slice pictures, and these are from my digital dash box subscription. And they're going to be a little short because I wanted to make sure that I didn't have overhang, but I don't mind that. But I printed these on sticker paper so that I could just lay them down and stick them in there. And so I'm going to be putting these on the front and the back interior covers over this gray. Some people cover these with washi tape, or they glue a printable, or add some vellum. There's just different things that you can do to decorate the inside of your Stalogy. You obviously don't have to decorate it. You could just leave it the way that it is and it would be perfectly fine. But it is kind of fun to open it up and find something cute inside. And so that is the front, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the back. And so now I have the slices in the front and in the back. I normally wouldn't do something quite so seasonal on this, but because this book will generally cover the summer season, since summer started on the 21st of June and goes through the 20th of September, I thought it would be okay to do something summery, and I really loved this particular print from the digital dash box. So after I do that, then I do my sort of cover page. Some people do it here where this gray page is and then this first initial pages, but that page has always kind of seemed weird. It's kind of stuck to the gray page oddly, and I kind of try to pull it off, but it never lays quite right. So I usually skip this, and then later I will glue this page to that page and just make it be like this. And then my main cover page, or my intro page to my planner, is my word of the year. So I will come back in and I will be kind of faux hand lettering this because I'm not good at hand lettering yet, but I will be hand lettering in my own kind of style my word of the year, which is be present. But I wanted to put a little tip in over that. And so I printed this popsicle dashboard from my digital dash box from Planner Press on acetate, and so we are going to tip that in here. To do tip-ins, I use this thinner Scotch tape. It's thinner than normal Scotch tape so that I don't have as much on my page and I can write easier if I need to on the page. I start out by sticking a piece on my tip-in, and then I use a pencil board. This one is from Lauren Phelps Design. So I use the pencil board to hold the tape back and stick it into the crevice or crack of the notebook, because the pencil board is thinner than like a ruler or a credit card, and so it can get in that little crevice really well, and so you get a really nice page flip. So I put a center one there, and then I will go to the other side and put one at the top and the bottom, and then I will come back and put a tiny one at the top and bottom on this side, and that kind of ensures that it's secure and that it turns, the page turns nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. And so then you have a really pretty tip-in that turns nicely. If you try to do this on this gray page between these two pages, it does not lay very well and it's a lot harder to do. So I highly suggest kind of skipping that initial page. So I will go back and do my word of the year there off camera, and then we will do the rest of my setup. So on this page, I put our school calendar. So we already have the school calendar for 2020, 2021. And so I'm just going to tape runner that and stick it in. And then on this page, opposite it, I put a year on one page sort of overview calendar. So this one is a freebie that I got from Little Ida's notebook at the beginning of the year. So I'm hoping she will do one again. And I corner punched the corners with this just because the corners of the Stalogy are rounded, and so it just makes it easier to lay it down, and it also makes it look nicer. And I printed it on sticker paper because it's just faster and easier to stick down. And I will most likely go back and add some sort of decorative washi down the side just for a little bit of decor. So then the next 2 pages are a year overview, which is like a year on 2 pages. It is from the same freebie, and it has the months of the year, and then it has these lines down below. And so what I will be doing is adding key dates on here. So we'll add birthdays and anniversaries, things like that, so I have a place to go back and reference them. And what I do is I don't write out birthday or anniversary. It would take up too much space. And so for birthdays, I draw this little present, and then I write the person and the date. The same thing with the anniversary. I will write a heart and I will fill it out. I try to be chronological if possible, but that isn't always possible because sometimes I will realize that I didn't put someone and I will add it, or a child will be born and so I will add it. So do my best to be as chronological as possible, but it just gives me an easy, quick way to find people's birthdays and anniversaries when I'm doing my weekly plans. So I'm going to stick these down. I printed these on sticker paper as well and corner punched the corners to make it look nice and make it easier to lay it down. I have found that when you are doing a printable in your Stalogy or a sticker or a tip-in, corner punching it makes it a lot easier to lay it down because you don't have to worry about the pointed corner of your printable or tip-in poking out of the curved side of the Stalogy. And so it just makes the process a lot easier. It also allows me to put the tip-in or the printable closer to the far edge or outside edge of the notebook and not so close to the spine. And this just makes it easier for writing because it's hard to write in the spine, especially once this gets chunkier with ephemera. It gets a lot harder to write in the center spine. And so this allows me to push it farther out here, and then I can just add washi down the center to decorate it later. So the next page, or the next 2 pages, are something I did not do in my last Stalogy and decided to do this time because it is summer and it has been a rough year, and I just thought that this would be kind of fun. So I am putting a summer bucket list on this page, and because of that I decided that I would utilize the 2020 holidays that was in that same freebie printable that I had, because it was in there and I didn't use it before, but I figured since I have the space I might as well use it, and it's a good reference to have. I'm just going to stick the holidays that I printed on the sticker paper on that side, and then I'm going to do my summer bucket list. So as I said, summer started on June 21st. It ends on September 20th because fall starts the 21st of September. And so I decided that I would do a little bucket list. And I found these stickers at Michael's from Chrissy Ann Designs. I really like her stickers. The print is nice and the color is so vibrant. And I decided that it would be fun to utilize the bucket list stickers that were in there and make a little bucket list for us. Obviously, with the pandemic, some things can't be done, but things like going to the beach are not as difficult to do for us. We can go and still social distance with just our immediate family. And then some of these things are things that you could do irregardless of being social distanced. So I was going to pick most of these, but not all of these, and kind of lay them around the page to make a cute little bucket list. Alright, so I used all of them except for ride in a hot air balloon because I refuse. I am afraid of heights, so I will definitely not be riding in a hot air balloon ever. So I took that one out, and I'm just going to add these little pictures that they have to decorate it and make it a little bit fun. So it did have these must do stickers, I guess, to put around, but I'm not going to use those because I don't actually like them. Instead, I'm going to put little check boxes from my Rose Colored Days checkbox washi, and I'm just going to put a little check box next to each one so that we can check it off as we complete it. So I'm just going to randomly put these on. And there I have our summer bucket list, and I think it looks really cute. I used the rose colored check boxes. I actually have them in all 4 colorways, but I liked the rose colored to offset with some of the other silver metallics that were on there. I think that turned out really nice. So I had also printed this dashboard from my digital dash box subscription, which is a little ice cream cone being held. And so I want to put that in there, but instead of putting it in as a tip in where it will generally fall that direction, I'm actually going to put it in with double stick tape so that it will naturally fall to this side and it will cover up those holidays, and I think it will look really cute against that. So I'm actually going to use this double stick tape that I have from Hobonichi. I buy these when I buy my Hobonichi planners because it's awesome to have double stick tape. But these are super awesome because they are pre-cut strips. And so they come in a little package with a bunch of them, and I keep them in my Kita washi tape holder with my Kita tapes because it's about the same size, the little holder, as the Kita tapes are. And so it just kind of fits nicely in there. And so you stick it down and then you peel off the backing. This particular dashboard that I printed is actually smaller than the B6 notebook size because I printed the B6 rings size to put on here so that it would literally just cover that date area. And so now it is stuck on there and it makes a little cover like that, and I can still see the holidays, and it looks super cute next to our bucket list, but it doesn't cover the bucket list so that it's easy for me to get to check things off as we do them. So after that is my July start, and so this page generally I leave blank. This page I will put a little printable of the month that just has the dates of the month. I want to use the one from the Coffee Monsters Co. this month, so I am waiting for that to go up. It goes up in the Coffee Monsters Co. Facebook group on the last day of the month, and so as soon as it goes up, I will print it and I will add it here. So I'm going to leave this post-it note here, but I am putting another tip in to go over top of it. So I'm going to put this tip in that says "Sand is my glitter," and that will go over the top of that July monthly overview. So I'm going to get my tape and I'm going to put the tip in the same way that I put the other ones in. So now I have my July tip in for the month of July, and once I go back and add this printable from Coffee Monsters Co., I will also add my tab for the month of July. And then the next page is my month on one page for the month. It is a printable from SM Plans that I printed on sticker paper, and so I will just lay it down here. This is where I mark if my husband is working out of town, or trips we have, or the specific holidays and birthdays for that month, just so that I have a quick monthly glance of where we are and what we have planned. I don't put a lot of stuff down on this page because I do plan digitally because of work, and so most of my daily things that happen during the work week are actually on there, and I don't need them on here. But I do put, you know, if we're going to be out of town, or my husband's going to be out of town, or someone's birthday's coming up, or we have an event, I will put that on here just so that if we are scheduling something, I have a quick and easy access to what our month looks like. So that goes on this page. This page over here, I toy with every single month. Some months, like in March, I was using it to track when we were out and things that occurred because of the start of the pandemic and spring break and all of that. I have done some bill tracking and other things on this page, so I leave this page blank until I decide what it is I feel I need to track on this page. And then after that, I go into my month. And so the first two pages are my order tracker and my wish list, and then my weeks. And after all the weeks are done for the month of July, then I work from daily pages, as many as I need. And then once I get to the end of the month, then I will put down my cover page for that month, my month on one page, my order list, my wish tracker, my weeks, and so on. And that's kind of how I do it. So you don't lay out my month pages like this for the entire book. I just do one at a time, and then my weekly spreads follow it, and then dailies as needed, and then I will do the next month. That way, all of my July stuff is kind of together, and when I'm in August, I don't have to be flipping back and forth to get to my month and my weeks and my days. Everything for that month is kind of all together. But I will be doing my order tracker and wish list and my weekly layouts in my next Plan With Me. So this is how I set up my Stalogy. This is a half year because I wanted to try something smaller, because as you add things, it will get thicker, and I wanted to try out the half year. It also fits better in traveler's notebooks and a lot of my covers. So it gives me more covers that I can use and change in and out of as I'm planning. And I like that, so that I can use the things that I have and the things that I love. I hope you enjoyed this July setup with me in my new B6 half-year Stalogy. If you have any questions about anything that I showed in this video, please don't hesitate to comment below and I will get back with you. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, and don't forget to just scribble.